Hi friends, so today we will walk through the 2024 KS2 SAT mathematics paper. This is paper 3 of reasoning, which is actually the second paper of reasoning. This paper consists of 24 questions and you have 40 minutes to complete this test. So let's start with first question. So these shapes have a fraction shaded. Match each shaded fraction of circle to the same shaded fraction of a rectangle. Okay, one has been done for you. So here we can see that here one fraction is shaded out of 2, that is 1 by 2, and here also two fractions are shaded out of 4, which is same as 1 by 2. Okay, now we need to match the remaining ones. So first of all, let's write down. Here we can see this is one fraction shaded out of 4, so this is 1 by 4. This is two fractions shaded out of 3, so 2 by 3, and here 1 2 3. 3 fractions are shaded and total are 5, so this is 3 by 5. Now let's see over here. Here we can see 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10 are total, and how many boxes are shaded? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 boxes are shaded out of 10. Now we know that in fractions we can divide numerator and denominator both by same numbers. It doesn't make any difference. So 6 by 10 we can also write down as 3 over 5, right? So this is 3 over 5. Let's match with that. Now here we can see this is 1 2 3 4. 4 parts are shaded out of total 3 and 3 6. So 4 by 6, right? Here also we can see we can divide both numerator and denominator by 2. So this is same as 2 by 3. So this is 2 by 3. Okay. Now 3 are already matched. So automatically this is the fourth one, right? This is 1 by 4 and this is also 1 by 4, right? I hope you understand. So this is the next question. The temperature in a freezer is minus 40 degrees centigrade. The temperature is increased by 10 degrees. What is the new temperature? So very easy question. Minus 40 degree centigrade is the earlier temperature. So when it is increased by 10 degree, so minus 40 plus 10, some students might do it minus 50. No, minus 40, and when you are adding 10, it will be actually negative 30 degrees Celsius, right? So this is the next question. Jack buys milk and orange juice from a shop. Milk is costing £1.45 and orange juice cost £2.40, right? He pays a £5 note. How much change does the Jack get? So first of all, let's calculate that how much he has actually spent. 1.45 and 2.40. So he has spent 3.85 pounds, right? Now let's see, he has given £5 notes. So how much change Jack gets? So that is 5 take away 3.85. Now 3.85, can we take it as 4? Now 5 take away 4 is 1. Now instead of 3.85, we have taken 4. That means we have taken 0.15 extra. Okay, we have subtracted 0.15 extra. So that we need to add in the final answer because that we have subtracted extra. So this is 1.15. This trick we have already discussed, that is subtraction by composition method. I'll post the link of this trick. You can check that. So this is the next question. The diameter of moon is 3476 kilometer. What is diameter to the nearest 100? Okay, so this is unit place, this is tens place, this is 100 place. So nearest 100. So here let's just see, this number is between 3400 and 3500. Whenever you have to round off to nearest 100, just do it like this, right? Now see, 3476 is closer to 3400 or 3500. So we can see this is close to 3500. So when we round off to nearest 100, that will be 3500 kilometer, right? So this is the next question. Match each of the Roman numerals to the correct number. Here for your convenience, I have written all of these Roman numerals to their value. So for example, C represents hundreds, V represents 5, and I represents 1. Okay, so I've written all of it for you. This is very useful. Now let's proceed with question. So C is 100 plus 5 plus 1, so that is 106. That is already matched. Now let's see the second one, DXC. So D is represented by 500, and now just see, X is written before C. Okay, so that is actually counted as 100 take away 10, which is 90, right? See, there are two things. if I write down like this, CX, that means 110, that is 110. But whenever the lesser one is written before, like XC, this is 100, take away 10, which is 90. Okay, so 500 plus 90 is 590. So that is this. Now this is third one. D is 500, L is 50, 550, and 570, and 1 571, right? And MCX, M is 1000, and C is 100, so 1100, and this is 10. So this is automatically the fourth one. In Roman numerals, it's very important to learn the value of the alphabets to the numerals, right? So this is the next question. Match each fraction to its equivalent simplified fraction. One has been done for us. Okay, now let's just see this one. 12 by 18. Here we know that in fractions we can divide both numerator and denominator by same numbers. So for example, here we just see 12 is also divisible by 6 and 18 is also divisible by 6. So it will be 12 divided by 6 is 2 and 18 divided by 6 is 3. So it's same as 2 by 3. That's why it is matched here, right? Now same thing let's do here. 12 and 20. What is common factor of 12 and 20? That is 2 and 4, but we will take the maximum one, right? So divide both numerator and denominator by 4. So you will get 12 divided by 4 is 3 and 20 divided by 4 is 5. So this is 3 by 5, right? So let's match this one, 3 by 5. Now 12 by 15, here the highest common factor is 3. Okay, so divide by 3. So 12 divided by 3 is 4 and 15 divided by 3 is 5. So this is 4 by 5. So this is this one. Now, automatically this is the last one that is left. So let's match it. So the main concept is if you divide and multiply both numerator and denominator by a same number, the fractions remains unchanged, right? So this is the next question. Emma thinks of a number. She says, I multiply by 2, add 11, divide by 3, and final answer is 9. Now to find what number did Emma think of, we need to do the reverse step. Okay, now let me tell you a very easy trick. So if you do the reverse step, her final answer is 9. Let's just write down 9 here. Last second step is divide by 3, so just reverse it. So reverse of division is multiplication, so just multiply it with 3. Okay, so 9 times 3 is 27. Now add 11. Instead of adding 11, just subtract 11. So 27 take away 11 is 16. Multiplied by 2, so do the reverse of it. So divided by 2, so which is equal to 8. So your answer is 8. Emma has thought of 8. Now just verify that. 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. 16 plus 11 is 27. 27 divided by 3 is 9. Okay, so whenever you have any questions like this, just start from the final answer and just do all the operations but reverse it. Otherwise you can also do this question by other way. So let's just assume that this is the number that she think of, multiplied with 2, right? Then added 11, okay, and then divided by 3, and her answer is 9. So you can also solve this one. This will also give you the same answer, but this is the easiest trick to start with the final answer and proceed it like this and do the reverse step. Instead of division, do the multiplication, addition, subtraction. Instead of multiplication, do the division. Okay, I hope you understand. So this is the next question. Here the shape is given to us. Draw the shape after it is translated 8 units to the right. Now let's just see. It's very easy. If you just mark one point, let us say if this is A, right? Now if it is translated to the 8 units right, so let's just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So A point will be here. Okay, so if you mark one point, it's very easy to draw. Okay, now just see, between this and this point there is a gap of 3 boxes, 1, 2, 3. So here also 1, 2, 3. So this is the second point, right? Now let's just see, from this point if you move 8 units right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be here, right? And from this point if you see 8 units, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be here. Now let's just join that. You can join it with ruler. So this is roughly I'm drawing. So here this is the shape, 8 units from right? So it's very easy if you fix one point. So this is the next question. Write down the missing numbers in the tables, right? So 1 week has 7 days, we already know. 2 weeks has 2 times 7, that is 14. 4 weeks has 4 times 7, that is 28. So 6 weeks have 6 times 7, so that is 42. 10 weeks will have 10 times 7, that is 70 over here, right? Now we need to find 105 days. How many weeks are there that has 105 days, right? Now let's see, there are two ways. One way is that we know that this multiplied by 7 should gives you 105. Okay, so which numbers times by 7s give you 105, or otherwise we can say this number is 105 divided by 7. So let's just calculate. So 105 and 7 goes on 0, that is 1. 7 times 1 is 7, that is 3. So that is 15, right? That is one way. Other way, you can also see it like that. 70 to 105. Okay, what is difference? 35. Right? Now 35 days difference is equivalent to the 5 weeks, right? Now add 5 in 10, so that is 10 plus 5, which is 15. So both the ways are correct. So this is the next question. What is perimeter of the shapes in millimeter? So here you need to use the ruler and you need to measure the lengths of this and this. So we know that perimeter of the shape is addition of all these 4 sides. So after measuring all these 4 sides, you just add them and write down your answer. Very easy. So this is the next part. Measure the size of angle D. So with the help of protractor, you can easily find that. We know that protractor has a shape like this. Okay, this is the center point, and here the angles are given to you. Okay, so just put that point over this D, right? And then you can easily measure that this line. Then you will see like this line is somewhere facing like this. Okay, and just check what is the angle written here. So like this way you can easily measure the size of angle D, right? So this is the next question. Write the missing digits to make this subtraction correct. Okay, so here let's just see here that digit is missing. Something take away 5 is 8. So we know that here it should be 13. 13 take away 5 is 8. Okay, but we need to write down single digit, so we will write down 3. Okay, now how it makes 13? So because 3 is less than 5, so 1 will be carried from here, so then it is becoming 13, right? So here it will become 6. So 13 take away 5 is 8. Now 6 take away which number is 6? So here it should be 0. 6 take away 0 is 6, right? And now this is 5, so 5 take away 3 is 2. So this is 268, right? You can also cross check it. Addition of these two should gives you 573. So let's just see. So 268 and 305, let's just add them. 8 and 5 13, 6 and 1 7, and 3 and 2 5. So this is 573. So your answer is correct. You can cross check like that. Very easy. I hope you understand. So this is the next question. Here are the 4 fractions: 7 by 8, 1 by 5, 3 by 4, and 8 by 10. Write the fractions in the order starting with the least. So we need to write least here and the greatest here. Okay, so we know that we can compare the fraction if either its numerator is same or its denominator is same. Okay, so there are various ways to do this question. Let me tell you the easiest way to do that. Think of the common multiple of all these numbers. So if you see 10 times 1 is 10, start with the biggest one. 10 times 2 is 20. No, 8 is not a factor of 20. 10 times 3 is 30. 8 is not a factor of 30. 10 times 4 is 40. Yeah, 4 is a factor of 40. 5 is a factor of 40. 8 is also a factor of 40. So let's just make denominator as 40 in all the fractions. Okay, so here let me just write it down on the top. So if we make it 40, I need to multiply with 5 in numerator and denominator. So 7 times 5 is 35. And here I need to make it 40, so I need to multiply with 8. Okay, so numerator will be 8. So to make it 40, I need to multiply with 10 because 4 times 10 is 40. So multiply numerator with 10 as well. That is 3 times 10 is 30. Here to make it 40, I need to multiply both numerator and denominator by 4. So 10 times 4 is 40 and 8 times 4 is 32. Now just see, denominator of all these fractions is same, that is 40. Now it's very easy to compare. Okay, now whose numerator is bigger, that number is bigger. Okay, so clearly we can see that 8 is smallest, so least is 8 by 40. So let's just write down that is 1 by 5. Okay, now let's just compare. After 8, the second least is 30, right? So here the second number should be 30 over 40, which is 3 by 4. The third number between 32 and 35, so 32 is smaller, so this should be the third one, and the biggest one is this one, 35 over 40, which is 7 over 8, right? So this is the easiest way to do that. So this is the next question. There are 20 boxes on a truck. The boxes are in 4 different sizes. Okay, so here we can see that 4 kg, 6.5 kg, 2.5 kg and 13 kg. So these are 4 different sizes. Okay, and we have also given the quantity of them. So 4 kg boxes are 8, 6.5 kg boxes are 4, like this. What is total mass of 20 boxes in this truck? So total boxes are 20 and we need to find the total mass. So very easy. Let's just see. How many boxes are there of 4 kg? So 8 boxes are there having weight 4 kg. So their total weight is 32 kg, right? Now 4 boxes are there, each weight 6.5, so their total weight is 4 times 6.5. So here we will use the trick multiplication by partitioning. So 6, first of all let's break it as 6 and 0.5. 4 times 6 is 24 plus 0.5 times 4 is 2. So 24 plus 2 is 26. So this is a trick that we have already discussed. I will put the link of it in the comment box. You can check that. Otherwise, if you face problem, you can also multiply like this, 6.5 times 4, right? Now, 6 boxes are there having weight 2.5. So 6 boxes having weight 2.5, right? Again, 6 times 2 is 12 plus 0.5 times 6 is 0.5 means half, right? Half times 6 is 3. So 12 plus 3 is 15, right? And next one is 2 boxes of 13 kg. So 2 times 13, that is 26. Now let's just add all of them because we need to find the mass of total mass, right, of all 20 boxes. So that is 32 plus 26 plus 15 plus 26. So 11 and 6, 17 and 19, 9, 1, 2, 1, 3 and 4 and 4 and 2, 6 and 3, 9. So that is 99, right? So total weight is 99 kg. So this is the next question. Look at the data in this table. So this is given to us. A is 20%, B is 25%, like that. Use this data, draw the 2 lines and write this label to complete this pie chart. Here A and B is filled, but we need to fill C, D and E, and we need to draw the lines and we need to complete this pie chart. Okay, first of all, let's just understand this pie chart is divided into how many parts. So if we see, this is, let us say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So this whole circle, this whole pie chart is divided into 10 parts. Now we know that complete circle is 100%. Okay, so 10 parts are representing 100%, that is total. So each part is representing, so divide by 10, so that is 10%. Okay, so each part is representing 10%. Now let's just see. A consists of 2 parts, right? So now 2 times 10, that is 20%, right? Similarly, B consists of 1, 2, and now let's just see, this is in the middle of this, so this is half part, right? So 1, 2 and half. Okay, so B consists of 2 and half parts. So if you multiply with 10, so that is 25%. That is correct here. Okay, now see, C should be 15%. 15% means 1 and half part. Okay, so half part is that and 1 part is that. So we need to join it from here. So that is 1 and half part. So that is C. Now let's just see, D should be 30%. So 30% means 1 per part is 10%. So 30% is 3 parts. Now see, 3 parts are 1, 2 and 3. So 3 parts are there. So we should join it from here. So that should be D. D is 30%. and automatically the left one is E. You can also check E is one part, okay, and one part is 10%, and here also E is 10%. So we have verified our answer. So this is very interesting question. If you understand this, it's very easy for you. So this is the next question. 35% of 680 people at school have a pet dog. Okay, 159 of the people who have a pet dog are boys. Okay, how many people who have a pet dogs are girls? Okay, so here first of all, total peoples in the school are 680. Out of this, 35% have pet dog. So first of all, let's just figure out that how many people have pet dog. So 35% of 680, right? Now we need to find 35% of 680. Now two ways to do that. One is traditional method. You will do it like this: 35 by 100 times 680. Other ways, shortcut trick that we have already discussed. I will post the link of it in the comment box. You can check that. So we just used to find 10% of 680 is 68, right? 10% is 68. So 30% is 3 times of this. Now, how to do the 3 times of 68? So 68, and we need to multiply with 3. Now, again, we will use our trick, multiplication by partitioning method. 60 times 3 is 180, and 8 times 3 is 24. So 180 plus 24, that is 204. Okay, so 30% is 204. If you face problem in that, you can do this with normal multiplication like this. Okay, so that will be 204. Now 10% is 68. So we need to find 35%. So 30% we have found. So 5% we need to find. 5% is nothing but half of it. Okay, half of 10%. So that is 34. Now 35% is 204 plus 34. So you need to add them. 204 plus 34, that is 238. So 238 people have a pet dog. Now this 238 is not final answer. 159 people are boys, and we need to find girls. So total people are 238. Boys are 159. So girls will be 238. Take away 159. So just subtract that. So 18. And this becomes 2 here. So 18 take away 9 is 9, and 2 is less than 5. So it becomes 12, and it becomes 1 here. So 12 take away 5 is 7. So 79 are girls, right? I hope you understand. So this is the next question. Write a number in the box to make it correct. Okay. So first of all, I've already discussed to compare the fractions, make the denominator same, right? So here we can see it is 100. So can we make all the denominators as 100? So let's just see. 0.7 if we write, that is 7 over 10. Now to make it 100, we need to multiply with 20 here. So multiply both numerator and denominator by 20. So this is 60 by 100. This place we don't know. Denominator is 100. Numerator we don't know. That we actually need to find. And this one is, we need to multiply it with 10, right, to make it 100. So just multiply numerator and denominator by 10. So it will be 70 over 100, right? So here you can just write down any number between 60 and 70. So from 61 to 69, you can write down any number here. So that would be your answer. Okay, so for your convenience, let's just write down 65. So this number is in the middle of this, right? But you can write down any number from 61 to 69, right? So this is the next question. Tick the numbers that are factor of both 54 and 72. Okay, first of all, we know that 2 is a factor of the number which is even. Okay, so 54 and 72 both are even, so 2 is a factor of both. Now to check 3 is a factor of any number, we just do the addition of digits. So that is 5 plus 4, 9. 9 is divisible by 3, so 3 is a factor of 54. Similarly, 7 plus 2 is 9, so 3 is divisible by 9, so 3 is factor of 72 as well. Okay, so this is the criteria. Now let's check the factor of 4. Now just see, is 54 is divisible by 4? See, when we have to divide by 4, we just divide by 2 first. 54 divided by 2 is 27. Now we need to further divide by 2, right? So 27 is divisible by 2? No. So 4 is not a factor of 54, and no need to check 72 because we need to take the numbers that are factor of both these numbers, right? So 4 is not a factor of 54, so no need to check 72. Okay, so this is not correct. Now next one is 8. Here we can see 4 is not a factor of 54, right? So if 4 is not a factor of 54, so 8 also cannot be factor of 54. Okay, so this is also not correct. Next one is 9. So here we can see that 9 times 6 is 54, right? And 9 times 8 is 72. So 9 is a factor of both, right? So this is correct, right? I hope you understand. So this is the next question. Laila wants to buy a camera that costs 65 pounds. For first 10 weeks, she saves 2 pounds each week, right? Then she saves 3 pounds each week. How many weeks altogether does Laila to save 65 pounds? Right now she need to buy a camera of 65 pounds. So see, first 10 weeks she's saving 2 pounds each week. So in 10 weeks, how much she has saved? 10 times 2. So how much she has saved? 20 pounds, right? Now let's just see, she required 65 pounds. 20 pounds she has already saved. So how much is left? 65 take away 20. So she needs to save 45 pounds extra. Now she needs to save 45 pounds. In each week she is saving 3 pounds. So how many weeks does she require? So what you need to do? So you will do 45 divided by 3, right? So 3 times 1 is 3, so that is 15, so 15. So in 15 weeks she will save 45 pounds, right? 15 weeks. Now some students write 15 as answer. That is incorrect because we need to find how many weeks altogether, right? So 15 weeks she saved 45, but you need to add this 10 weeks as well, right? So 15 plus 10, so that is 25 weeks in total she require to save 65 pounds. Okay, so be careful in that. So this is the next question. Complete this division. So here we should be comfortable with 12 times table. If you don't know 12 times table, just write it down here. 12 times 2 is 24. Now 24, keep on adding 12. 24 plus 12 is 36. 36 plus 12 is 48. 48 plus 12 is 60, like this. Okay. So 12 times 3 is 36. Because 12 times 4 is greater. Now take the difference. So this is 13. 13 take away 6 is 7. And this is 3. And 3 take away 3 is 0. Okay. Now 7. And just carry the 6 over here. So this becomes 76. Now let's just write further. 60 and then 72. And 72 plus 12 is 84. Right. Here we can see it goes on 6. Right. 12 times 6 is 72. Here no need to do that even because we can see that 12 times 6, so you can directly do this. 12 times 6 is 72, right? Now let's just see, here we are left with 4, right? And we need to carry this number. We don't know what it is. Okay. Now see, we have given 4 here. Okay. 12 times 4 is 48. So what number should be here such that if we write down 48 over here, we should get remainder as 1, right? So obviously here it should be 49, right? So that 49 and 12 times 4 is 48, remainder should be 1. So R means remainder. So remainder we should get 1. So here it should be 9, right? I hope you understand. So this is the next question. Here are 4 shapes on this grid. These are A, B, C and D. Write all the shapes that have only 2 acute angles, right? So we need to write the shapes that have 2 acute angles. So first of all, we know that right angle is like this. Okay. So any angle that is right angle, right? Now acute angles are the angle that are between this to this, right? If you draw any angles from here to here, for example, if you draw like this, so this is the acute angle, less than 90 degree, right? And obtuse angle are greater than 90 degree, right? So let us say if you mark this angle in the green, so that is greater than 90 degrees, so that is obtuse angle, right? So if you write down, so A is acute angle and B is obtuse angle, right? So here let's just see. In this figure, here we can see that all these 3 angles are less than 90 degree. So all 3 angles are acute, but we need to name the shapes that has only 2 acute angles. So A has 3, so A will not be there. Now let's check B. B has this acute angle, this acute angle, this is obtuse, and this is obtuse. So B has only two acute angle, right? So B will be there. Now let's check C. So for C, this is right angle, okay, and this is acute angle, and this is acute angle. So 1 and 2. So two acute angles are there. So C is there. Now let's check D. So in D, that is acute angle, that is acute angle, 1 and 2, and this is obtuse angle, okay. So D has also two acute angles. So B, C, D, all these three shapes have exactly two acute angles, and A shape has three acute angles, right? So this is the next question, and this is 3-mark question, so let's read carefully. A band holds a concert for charity, okay. The tickets cost 27 pounds each. So cost of one ticket is 27 pounds. They sell 635 tickets, okay. They pay this much amount to use the hall, okay, that is their cost, and they give 1/3 of the remaining amount to the charity, okay. How much does the band gives to charity? Okay, so the easiest way to do these questions, just do the questions step by step, right? So first of all, ticket cost 27 pounds and they sold 635 tickets. So what is their total revenue? So that is, total tickets sold are 635 and each ticket price is 27. So let's just multiply them. That is their total revenue. So 7 times 5 is 35. So 5 and 3 is carried, and then 7 times 3 is 21 and 3 24. So 4 and then 2 is carried. 7 times 6 is 42 and 42 plus 2 is 44. Okay, now let's just rub it for our convenience. Now let's just see, we write down 0 here. So 5 times 2 is 10, 0 and 1 here. 3 times 2 is 6 and 1 7, and 6 times 2 is 12, right? So let's just add them. So this is 5, 4, 7 and 4, 11, 1 and 1, 4 into 6 and 1, 7, and this one. So this much is their total revenue, that is 17145. Okay, now out of this they pay 3180 to use the hall. Okay, so let's just subtract that. So after using the hall, the net amount that is left is 17145. This is total revenue and they are paying 3180. So let's just subtract it. So now just see how much amount they are left with. So this is 5, 14 take away 8 is 6, and this becomes 0 here. And now to make it 10, this becomes 6 here. 10 take away 1 is 9, 6 take away 3 is 3. So 13965, this much amount of money they have left after paying. Right now, this amount they are left with, and they are giving charity 1/3 of the amount of this. Okay, so we need to find 1/3 of that. So let's just divide it by 3. So let's just write down 13965, and we need to divide by 3. So 3 goes on 0 to 1. So 1 3, 3 times 4 is 12. So 1 9, 3 times 6 is 18. So 1 6, 3 times 5 is 15. So 1 5, and 3 times 5 is 15. So that is 4655. Right? This might seem a little difficult, but it's very easy if you do it step by step. So this is the next question. Sarah makes jewelry using black and white beads. Okay, this is black, this is white. She uses this rule to work out how many black beads to use. Okay, so this is rule. Black beads is 3 times white plus 4. Sarah uses 12 white beads to make a necklace. How many black beads does she use? So very easy. So black beads are white times 3. So that is 12 times 3 and plus 4. So first of all, we need to solve the bracket. So black beads are 12 times 3 is 36 and plus 4, which is equal to 40. Now let's see the second part. Sarah uses 25 black beads to make a bracelet. How many white beads does she use? Now here we have given she uses 25 black beads. Okay, so let's just substitute in this formula. So 25 is equal to white beads times 3 plus 4. So first of all, let's get rid of this 4. So subtract 4 from both sides. So this is 21 equal to white beads times 3. Now which number times by 3 is 21? So here clearly we can see 7 times 3 is 21. So white beads should be 7. Okay, so very easy. And friends, if you're looking for any help or one-to-one session, you can drop your message on the email ID that is provided in the description of channel. Now this question, most of students will struggle in that, so I will tell you a wonderful trick by which you can do this question very easily. Okay, so here let's just see, complete the table. So name of 3D shape is given and number of faces we need to write. Okay, so first of all, understand there are two types of figures. One is prism and other is pyramid. Okay, one is prism and other is pyramid. So what is prism figure? Prism is a figure where both top and bottom faces are same. For example, if both faces are circular, so this is a prism figure, right? And we say it as slender. And in pyramid, base could be any figure and top is always pointed, right? Now let's just see, in case of prism, number of faces are always 2 plus number of sides of base. Okay, and in case of pyramid, number of faces are 1 plus number of sides of base. This is very important. If you remember it, you can do any question very easily. Now let's just see. So cube is a type of prism, right? Because both top and bottom faces are same. So here see, cube we have base figure as square. So number of sides of square are 4. So 4 plus 2, that is 6. So number of faces are 6, right? Now pentagonal prism. So here again, pentagon means 5 sides. So base figure has 5 sides. So how many sides is here? That is 2 plus number of sides of base, that is 5. So 2 plus 5, that is 7. Okay. Now triangular base pyramid. Now pyramid has 1 plus number of sides of base. So triangular means it has 3 sides in a base. So total sides are 1 plus 3. So that is equal to 4. Very easy. Other ways you can draw these figures and you can check that. But sometimes you may face problem in drawing the figures. So this is easiest and very helpful trick for that. So this is the last question of this test. Let's just see, 1 by 2 times 5 by 6 is greater than this. Explain how you know. Okay. So how you know, let's just solve it. 1 by 2 times 5 by 6. This is one side and other one is 1 by 3 times 7 by 8. So let's just see. So here if you solve, this is 1 times 5 is 5 and 6 times 2 is 12. And here it is 7 by 24. Now we need to compare out of these which one is bigger. So to compare the fraction, we just make the base as same. So this is 12, this is 24. So let's just make it 24. So here we need to multiply by 2. So this is 10 over 24 and here it is 7 over 24, right? Now base are same. So here clearly we can see 10 is bigger. So this one is greater than this one, that we need to explain. So this is our working. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this paper. So if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe. We'll meet you next video. Bye. Have a good day.